what's up guys? Welcome back to the Mr. Fix channel. Polaris 400 now in the shop. I'm going to show you guys how to change the balance shaft oil. Stay tuned.
I was sitting out there in the shed one evening, not doing too much of nothing, just kind of staring at the wall.
Alright, so changing the oil in this machine is a little bit in depth. Now, just reading through some of the comments on some of the videos that I have on this, the misconception is that this engine has engine oil, or how do you change the motor oil in this, and it's a two-stroke. There isn't any motor oil, but that can be confused with the balance shaft oil, which, yes, there is oil. It holds about 100 cc's or 4 ounces of 10W30 motor oil, but it has nothing to do with the engine per se. It's a compartment set aside for the balancer shaft, which, if you don't know what the balancer shaft does, this being a single cylinder, the piston mass moves up and down, and it's such a large piston that they can only do so much with the offset balance on the crank web. So they add a shaft to counteract that movement to smooth out the running of this engine. And in that compartment with the balance shaft, there is the water pump drive and a couple gears, a gear off the crankshaft that rotates the balance shaft, and the balance shaft is the shaft for the water pump. So there's bearings in there and there's gears in there. That needs to be lubricated. That can be considered the engine oil, but technically it's not. This is a two-stroke. It uses oil that you put in this compartment right here, and it's burnt through the combustion cycle. That's what lubricates the engine. But all that being said, let's change the balance shaft oil. It's kind of in depth. Let's get into this. So for starters, you'll need to remove your seat and remove this little snorkel deal here. And if you look way down into those dark depths, there will be right there is that dipstick. Oops, out of focus. But that round thing with the slot through it, that is the balance shaft dipstick. Now to check this oil, you need to... Alright, so looking in through the side of the machine here, you can just see the top of that dipstick right there. Now we're going to take quite a long, pretty good sized flat blade screwdriver, and we're going to reach down in through here, right into the slot of that balance shaft dipstick. We're going to unthread this. Now you can reach in here with your hand. So let me get it all the way unthreaded. You reach in here and you can pull this dipstick out. It is quite tricky to get your hands on, but you can pull it out from right there. And the ideal time to check this oil is after it's been sitting overnight. So like let it sit overnight, all that oil will drain down to the bottom of that compartment. And if you look close, there's a little dash section on this dipstick, and it should just come up to the top of that dash section anywhere in here. Now the reason why I say you want to let this sit overnight is because when you wiggle this dipstick down in there, if it scrapes across the gear or something, or the wall or something in there, you'll get some oil on it, and it'll look like it has oil in it even though it doesn't. So you want to try to get as much of that oil dripped down to the bottom as you can before you check it, because it's literally just a tiny little tip of this that gets into the oil. It's only in the oil about that deep. So to check this, you're going to feel your way back into that hole, which can be very tricky. It's easier to see what you're doing if you go in through the top, but you do have to take the air cleaner box out to go through the top to do this. Checking it can be done from here, but you also got to keep in mind that when you're filling around trying to get this dipstick back in that hole, you're going to scrape dirt all off the engine and get it on the end of your dipstick. So keep in mind out for that. But drop that down in there and thread it all the way down. So screw it all the way in till it stops, and then pull it right back out and look at the oil level. If I can get a good shot of this, see the oil level? See how it's just on to the top of that dash section? That crisscrossed hashed mark on both sides. If you only got oil on one side, more than likely you scrape some oil off of something as you put this in. So you want to look and make sure that it's the same level on both sides, and that'll let you know that you probably got a good accurate measurement of the oil. And it looks like it's all the way at the top, right where it was when I filled it up. So no leaks. That's a good sign. So that's how you check it. Now we need to drain it and refill it. Alright, in order to get to the drain screws, we have to drop the skid plate. So, several bolts underneath here. Go ahead and get these bolts out. Alright, so on the bottom of the engine we have 3 drain screws. We have this one right here. That's for the crankcase. That shouldn't have anything in it. Right next to it, right here, is the balance shaft. That's the one we want to drain. This one way over here is the recoil starter, pull starter. That drain that. There shouldn't be anything in that unless you've submerged this and water got in there. You can drain that. And there's also a drain on the bottom of the starter, which I left mine out in case water does get in there. It can just come right out instead of filling the starter up with water. But the one we're after is that one right there. That's the balance shaft drain. Alright, I got my drain bucket ready to go. This is a 10 millimeter. We simply just pull this plug and let it drain. Go ahead and let that drip for a while. Get as much of that out of there as you can. Walk away, go get something to drink, make a phone call. And now you can go ahead and reinstall this bolt. There's a little crush washer on the end of this, so if you feel like you need to change that, go ahead and change it. Yeah, that needed changed. That's pretty dirty. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure how much oil came out. So dump this into the measuring cup. So just like any engine oil change, you're not going to be able to get it all out. There's still going to be some of the old oil left. Now if you wanted to go through the process, you could fill and drain this a few times to flush out any old oil, but it's not really that crucial. Now if any coolant came out of this balance shaft compartment, then you have a water pump seal failure, because there should not be any coolant in here. It should be just oil. So if milkshake came out or coolant came out, then you have a water pump fail. You need to take the engine apart and look into that. Alright, how much do we have in here? So there is, looks like it says 50 cc's. So we got half of it out. Alright, so this is how we're going to get the oil back in there. Just a little funnel, piece of 3/8 fuel line, and a piece of 1/4 inch copper tubing, or anything you can figure out that's similar to this. The idea is to get the length down to the hole and something that will fit inside that threaded hole to get our oil down there. Alright, so we're just going to guide this down right into that hole there. Like that, and then we can add our oil there. Alright, so we drained 50 cc's out. We checked this so we know it was full. Full is 100 cc's. So we got half of the oil out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put another 100 cc's in, and I'm going to start the engine and let it run for just a few seconds to mix this oil in with the oil that's left in there. Because this is going to be over full. We don't want to leave it over full. But I'm going to attempt to rinse some of that old oil out that's in there. So 100 cc's going in. We know we can only get 50 cc's out. Make sure I'm not dripping it anywhere. So we'll let that funnel drip out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dipstick back in. I'm going to check it again, and ideally the oil level should be, you know, way above where it should be. Just to verify that we did get only half of the oil out, because if it's over full now, then we know we only got half the oil out. If the other, then we know that we lost some oil and our dipstick reading was completely wrong. All right, so I'm just going to stick this dipstick in there and check the level real quick. Okay, yeah, so the oil level, you're not going to be able to see this on camera. The oil level is like right there. So that would make sense that it's twice as full. Okay, so I'm going to start up the engine, let it run, I don't know, a few seconds, 15, 20, I don't know, minute, something like that. Just enough to get that oil circulated around and mixed in with that new fresh oil, and then we'll get more of that old oil drained out. Now I just want to say, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but as you go down in the comment section and you ask me questions about something that I showed you in the video and you just skipped through the video and skipped over that section, I may be a little short with you in the comment when I reply. So watch the whole video before you make a comment. Alright, so now I'm just going to drain it again. I don't need to show you that. I just showed you how to drain it, and then I'll show you the oil that comes out after. Alright, let's measure this again. We should have 100 cc's here now. It's still dirty, but it's not as dirty. And we can do this as many times as we want to get it as clean as possible. But I think one flushing is going to be good enough for me this time around. So it's a little over 100. So that's 150. That'd be 125. That'd be like 112 or so. So we can only get about half of the oil out of there. If you rock it back or to the side a little bit or whatever, you might get a little more out of there. But just keep in mind that you can't get it all out just draining at one time, so you can flush it. All right, so what kind of oil should you use? Just any conventional 10W30 motor oil. That's all you need. Cheap stuff. This is the, you know, the bottom base oil that you get in Napa. Just get the cheap stuff. All it's lubricating is a couple bearings and a couple gears. Don't have to be super synthetic, ultra oil dinosaur or whatever. So we're gonna add 50 cc's because that's all we can drain out. So I'm going to add just a little bit more because we got a little bit more than 50 out. And about there. Just dump this right in. Let that funnel drip out for a little bit. Reinstall the dipstick. Uninstall the dipstick and check the level. Yep. Now reinstall the dipstick. Now you can reinstall your skid plate. Now's a good time if you wanted to clean the skid plate off, which I'm not going to do that this time because more than likely I'll be back in here for some other reason here shortly. But just so you know, it's a good time to clean your skid plate. Alright guys, well that's how you change the balance shaft oil in this Polaris 2-stroke 400. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, check out the playlist I have on this machine, and don't be afraid to fix it. Thanks for watching.